Hey folks, welcome to a video recap of James McWilliams's Saving the Self in the Age of the Selfie. So, this article is where McWilliams explores the impact of digital life on our personal identities and proposes ways to reclaim our sense of self in the digital era. The article argues for a more conscious and balanced approach to digital technology, emphasizing the importance of traditional, non digital experiences in maintaining a healthy sense of self in the digital age. That was a very brief, condensed, within two sentences overview of this article. I'm still going to share with you about 6 to 10 key takeaways that I think are pretty important from this text. Now, like I've mentioned in the past, like I've mentioned on Canvas, these videos are nowhere near a replacement for your reading of said articles, but they are a good way to kind of get an idea of, okay, this is what the article was about in case you need a refresher, or if you just want some insight as you go into the text. So here are some key takeaways. Number one, digital life's influence on thinking. McWilliams began his piece with a story of journalist Paul Miller, who noticed a decline in his ability to concentrate and follow complex arguments due to his heavy digital media use. And he decided to disconnect for a year and observed significant improvements in his attention span and ability to enjoy the present moment. So he uses this anecdote to kind of lead into the argument in his paper. Another takeaway, I think, what that was pretty important was the challenges of reclaiming control. Because while the benefits of digital disconnection are very obvious, the article acknowledges the difficulty of achieving this in a world, oh geez, where, not where digital engagement is the norm. You can tell I was pretty tired when I typed this. It emphasizes that our heavy reliance on digital media is impacting our attention spans, and it makes it even more challenging to engage in deep, meaningful activities. So we know that this is something like disconnecting from technology is something that we need to do, but we have a hard time doing it because the world is so digitally engaged, digitally connected nowadays. And this kind of brings us to the paradox of digital life. Digital technology promises to simplify life, but it ends up dominating and fragmenting our sense of self. And this paradox is seen as particularly problematic for younger generations who've grown up in a digital world. How many of you were born? How many of you would call yourself an individual who was born when we already had smartphones? You know, we have so many kids born today who have never, or in recent times, in the last 15, 20 years, who have never seen a household without these kinds of technologies. And that's kind of very eye opening to think about. Takeaway number 4, philosophical perspectives on tech. So the piece, McWilliams makes references to thinkers like Plato and Socrates, as well as Heidegger and Lanier, who warn about technology's capacity to shape human experience and reduce the richness of life to mere data points. He also talks about true identity formation requiring facing real life challenges and stresses, which we often avoid or they're mitigated by our digital technology. And these key experiences are essential for developing a robust identity, like spending time alone, engaging in meaningful conversations, forming deep friendships, participating in community activities. We're so engaged with what we're doing online that we forget to do it in person, and then we kind of miss out on key identity attributes as well as key skills. Another takeaway here was the impact on conversation and relationships, kind of tying back to number 5 real quick. Digital communication, while expansive in reach, often lacks the depth and stress of face-to-face interactions, which are crucial for empathy and relationship building. I don't know about you guys, but I've been taking a look at some of my high schoolers that come through, and it kind of terrifies me from time to time how little empathy some children have for each other, or even other adults or animals. It's crazy. Another key takeaway: digital media's substitution for real experiences. So McWilliams posits that the digital media offers a false promise of easing life stresses, but instead it robs individuals of genuine experiences that are needed for identity development. There's also an aspect of reading in identity formation. The way that it's important to return to serious reading as a way to counterbalance the effects of digital. Let me rephrase that. McWilliams says that reading effectively can be a way to counterbalance the effects of digital life. Because when we read, we engage with the ideas that we're reading. We might even develop empathy for the characters that we read about. And we participate in an intellectual community where maybe we can talk about the books that we're reading, all of which are crucial for a healthy sense of self. Understanding the mechanics of digital influences on our lives is extremely important. And people, and this is his argument here, people have to seek out ways to humanize the digital experience. And reading can be a key method that helps us kind of counterbalance those effects. Here is our works cited page. So if you ever need to reference this text, make sure that you have McWilliams, James. The title should be in quote marks. Notice the period is inside the quote mark. We italicize the magazine that we can find this article in, as well as the database. Notice that my link is clickable. Notice that, say for line 1, line 2, 3, 4, 5, they all have a hanging indent. If you don't know how to do that, I will be posting a video on MLA formatting and all that. So keep an eye out for it, or use that video if you see it. And that'll help you kind of figure out how to do a proper works cited, as well as other MLA formatting things. If you guys have any questions on this overview of this article, please do let me know. And yeah, I think that's it.